Welcome back. Obviously, the holiday season is upon us, and with that said, you're probably out shopping for a lot of things for the Christmas season. With that said, tablet computers, a good thing, a bad thing. Right now, we have Dave Hatter with us to talk about, I guess, the good things and the bad things if you're going to be purchasing this holiday season. What's up?
Fortunately, there's not too many bad things. It's mostly good things.
Good. What do we have?
Well, I've got an iPad here. Hopefully, we can hold this up so you can see it. An Apple iPad. Got a Kindle Fire, so you can kind of see what each of these things actually looks like in person. And I apologize, I can't seem to call this quite right.
Fine.
And then a Motorola Zoom. And, the Motorola Zoom and the Kindle are running versions of Android, Google's operating system, and of course the Apple. So, you know, each one of these kind of is good at its own thing. If you have a limited budget, the Kindle Fire is pretty awesome. This one's my son's. He really likes it. They're relatively inexpensive and pretty powerful, frankly. It works pretty good for most simple tasks. If you just want to get on the internet, read books, play games, that sort of thing, it really is kind of hard to beat it at its price.
What is the price point on something like that for people at home?
Around 200. You know, you can shop around. Obviously, it's Amazon's thing. They're pushing them real hard. They're making a big move into this marketplace versus the more expensive, probably $400 to $500 range. You know, Android tablets like this, or of course, the iconic iPad here.
Yeah.
You know.
Now, when you talk about computers, Dave, I mean, there are so many new versions. We talk about the iPhone, and there's the 4S, etc. How do you stay up with technology, but also invest in the right computer for down the road? Well,
that's a good question. You know, with computers themselves, the full-blown computers, you don't run into those issues as much as with these tablets. There's a lot of what in the industry is known as fragmentation. You know, from Google and the Android operating system, there are a number of different versions. You can have a smartphone that's running Android and have a tablet that's running Android, and they're a little different. In fact, one of the things that I think Apple has done really well is the phone and their tablet are virtually identical. There's almost no difference between the two in terms of how you use it. I have both an Android phone and an Android tablet, and it was kind of frustrating trying to figure out the difference between the two because I thought it'd be seamless. The big trick is, I would say, check industry reviews. I sent a bunch of links down where some of the more well-known industry organizations out there, like CNET, have reviewed these things. If you're into iPad and the Apple space, you can't really go wrong with an iPad.
Well, Dave, with that said, we put all of that stuff on our website just so people at home know about that. But for parents out there, and I'm one of them, that aren't maybe as computer savvy as they should be compared to their kids who are, you know, on the cutting edge.
Crazy, ain't it?
You know, is that really the responsible thing to do as a buyer, to really try to educate yourself as best you can on what may fit your family's needs the best?
I definitely recommend that. There's plenty of great resources out there where you can get unbiased advice from the industry. You know, again, a lot of people are going to buy Apple just because they like Apple. They're simple to use. It's kind of hard to go wrong there. I'm more of a Google fan myself. I have the Motorola Zoom I showed you as my own personal tablet. I don't think it's probably as easy to use, but I like it for different reasons. The Kindle Fire is hard to beat in its price range. Again, if you're going to give it to a kid where they're likely to lose it, break it, I'd encourage you to check that out. But again, CNET, ZDNet, there's all kinds of industry magazines out there that they rate these things. You know, Asus and Sony have done real well with tablets in the Android space. Again, Apple kind of controls their own market. But yeah, educate yourself on the possibilities, and then also the accessories. There's lots of great accessories for these. Like, I have a case on this that makes it a lot more indestructible.
Yeah.
You know, the cases are good. You can get keyboards for these things where the case comes with a keyboard in it. It's much more convenient to do any kind of significant work if you have a full-size keyboard. So there's all kinds of good stuff. Educate yourself before you buy.
Always good advice. Dave Hatter, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Of course, we put all of that information on our website.